Sharon Danley here with another 2-minute tip, and this week it's about backcombing for straight hair. And my favorite products, the John Frieda Frizzies Hairspray Flexible Hold, a pick comb for backcombing the lower part of the hair, a barber's comb for backcombing the root, and a backcombing brush for other aspects. So I can't forget my bobby pins and my handy fishing tackle box. Then there are my styling pads or hair pads and my extensions. Now, take a look at how thin and fine my hair is. It's just the way life is at this point. But with backcombing, a little hairspray, and a little know-how, that can all change. Now, notice the egg-shaped head that I've often mentioned before. This is what I'm going to backcomb and lift. I won't be using extensions now, but will later. Now I'm going to take each section, separate, grab the hair that I need, and then I'm going to use my barber's comb to comb or backcomb the roots with about 6 strokes. And notice I'm just going in close to the root, not all the way up. And then I'm going to go on to the other side. Leave my bangs alone because they seem to be okay. So I'm just going to go behind the bangs here. This shows you how strategic you can be with your backcombing. And again, about 5 or 6 strokes right at the root. Now this is not the end result. We have to comb that down a little bit. Now at the back, I've already done a little backcombing, but I'm going to show you how I would normally backcomb that crown. Now I'm using the brush and using the side of the brush to comb over slightly, not combing all the way through, but just the top layer of the hair so that it's smoothed out, but we still keep the meshing or the backcombing underneath. Now I'm raising my hair up with the rat tail to spray it so that it's well lifted. Again, very fine hair, this is the thing to do. Notice how it helps when you put the hairspray in. Then I'm going to futz and smush and lift and all that sort of thing that you do till I get it the shape that I want. And again, this is without any hair extensions or anything. Then I'm going to give it that final spray and voila, no more egg-shaped head. Now for the approach with putting my extensions in. I'm going to go directly in the center and going back section by section. Take one section and I'm going to be using the backcombing brush at this time. Why? I just felt like it. So again, 3 to 6 strokes going down towards the root, and then I grab the next section right across the top of the crown. Comb it up, make sure the hair is even, and then back brush again, anywhere from 4 to 6 strokes. One more section, and you can see where my hair wants to part there. That's kind of like a cowlick, but I've got control of it. Bring that cowlick together, and then I'm going to do just one more because of the extensions that I'm wearing today, and because I want a lot of lift with this. Okay, now it's a little bit more 1960s look than I want, but that's okay. Now I'm going to put in some hair padding at the back of the crown because that's where the hair extension is going to go in and lift everything up. So I just pin it in place, and I love these hair paddings that are made out of the Canacolon hair because you can make them any size, mold them to any shape that you want. Now I'm going to add in an extension. They sit on rollers. I have either the light gray that matches my hair exactly, or I have the darker gray. Which one to choose? Yep, the darker gray. I love the options. So I just unpin it from the roller, and it automatically curls when I keep it locked away until I need it next. I unfurl it a little bit and open up the clips and then place it in the back of my hair over the hair padding, like so. And this one has about 4 clips because it comes around to the side where my temples are. Clip them in place, and then I'm going to throw the hair over after I've just pulled together the extension with my hair, and It's going to want to fall to the side because that's where my part naturally is. And notice how, especially with thin hair, I use my fingers to comb often. And again, now I'm using the brush to go over the top layer of the back combing so that it smooths out the top layer but not the bottom. I'm going to take a look in the mirror and make sure that everything is groomed together. Both the extension and my hair are working together in tandem. Make sure that's all nice and smooth. Then I grab the hair at the bottom and hold it and comb the bottom end of the hair together. And I hold it so that I don't pull the extension in any way. Then I rake with my hands and my comb and just futz and play and mold and work everything together. Now I'm going to use my barber's comb to smooth down even further and provide some more lift where it may be a little bit flat. When I'm happy, then I spray it with the hairspray. Then, where I need to, I add just a little bit more back combing for a little bit more lift and mold. Put my finger in so it stays up a little bit before I spray it, and then push it into place. And you can see the side here where I blend the darker with the lighter a little bit more so that it looks just a little bit more natural. And again, just a wee bit of back combing in that bang. You see, back combing can be a lot or a little. It all depends on what your needs are. And again, using the brush to smooth out the top layer. What I love about back combing too is that it allows you to mold the hair, which you don't get if you don't have back combing. And again, spray it to keep it in shape and mold and fix and futz and play and smush and all that stuff. Make sure it's all together. Now, don't you just love the way the darker extension blends in with the lighter hair? Now I'm going to take that pick and I'm going to back comb the bottom very lightly. What that does is it makes it look a little thicker. And then I rake with my hands to smooth it out. Then I'm going to take the barber's comb and go back behind underneath and back comb that root so that that hair there sits out from my head a little bit more, giving the illusion of having fuller, thicker hair. See the difference that makes from one side to the other? And then just, again, the top layers is all that you want to smooth out. Now on this side I have to do a bit more in the front and at the side and at the back because that's my thinner side. And then mold and smush and place and futz until you get it exactly the way you want. Then a final spray when you have everything the way you want it, and voila! There we have it. Back combing, an extension, hair padding. This baby's good to rock.